Are you alright?
What the hell was that?
I don't know, maybe she dropped the pot of mom's spaghetti.
Hello, welcome back to I don't know what's going on anymore. And wow. Fungus.
Can you?
I was gonna
Do we
say,
need to go outside and take a breather? Touch some grass?
ate some beans. In the last urban legend video, I asked you guys to let me know what you wanted to see next, and my friend from Canada said to do Chicago. Chicago's not a state. Chicago's a city in Illinois, but I'm not gonna rag on him or nothing because, like, you know, he's from Canada, he doesn't know, but, like, thanks for thinking about me, you know? I want to be, you know, thought of too. You don't...
What the fuck are you going on about?
Everybody says that, like, Illinois is just Chicago. No.
Why? You're so expressive. Everyone thinks there's just Chicago. No.
Think about me too. Think about the people who live in nothing but cornfields, okay? But anyway, I loved the idea of doing urban legends from Chicago because Chicago is a shit place, and I'm probably offending a lot of people right now, but I don't care. I don't like Chicago. But I did find a plethora of urban legends and little stories to share. So today we're going to read 4 urban legend stories to you, and then we're going to discuss a little bit. Take it away, Charles.
My sister had a baby in the... Did you call me Charles?
Yes.
Okay, the first urban legend is Homie the Clown. In the fall of 1991, reports started coming in of children being lured into a white van. The man in the van was dressed as a clown, and he would go by Homie the Clown. With the amount of reports coming in, the police released a statement saying, if you're a clown going to work, you're gonna get stopped. Parents were growing more concerned over the possibility of their children getting kidnapped by a clown. The Chicago Tribune said reports of sightings have come from Oak Park and various parts of Chicago. An African-American male who is dressing up as a sock-wielding, child-taunting, militant character made famous by the comedian Damon Wayans. The police never found Homie the Clown, but those who remember it have always wondered if it actually happened.
I want to talk about the, remember the 2016 clown scare?
Oh god.
That was fun. I literally carried a bat everywhere around this town, and I was terrified of clowns back then, and literally so terrified of clowns that one time Carly put a clown mask on and tried to scare me, and I jacked her in the nose. Like, I don't know where you were, like, behind the chair or something, and I came walking by and you jumped down and you're like, whoa, and I was like, boom!
Why did you have a clown mask, though? It was your clown mask.
I don't know. I didn't use it. I think like Adrian or Jordan had left it here and my mom had just kept it.
Yeah, on Halloween of 2016, they said that there was gonna be a bunch of clowns out, like, taunting people.
Terrorizing the general public.
And then so on Halloween of 2016, I was out in the woods with one of my friends.
Yeah, we went to, me and a bunch of guys I know, we went to a, like, state park near here, and we were, like, prowling the woods looking for clowns. We all had, like, bats with us. Some dude had a machete, and we were like, we're going clown hunting. And I'm like, and now looking back, I'm like, why the hell? There was a really funny time. There's a gas station in town. I don't know if I should be telling this story, but I'm telling it anyway. In 2016, we would stay out till like 1 or 2 in the morning, just being stupid, and during this whole clown craze, the gas station in town was open 24/7, and there was a worker there who worked 3rd shift, and she was absolutely terrified of the whole clown situation, and at night there's only 2 workers in the store. There's the cashier and then there's the cook in the kitchen. My friend talked my other friend into putting a clown mask on and going up to the gas station and just standing at the window. And so he did, and we're standing by a building and we're watching him walk up to the door, and he just stands in front of the door and just goes, in a clown mask and everything, and then he just walks the other way, and me and my friend laughed so hard we threw up. It was great. I don't like clowns. And now the next one is called Bones at Lincoln Park. Not the band.
I was about to start singing Linkin Park and I couldn't think of a song.
In 1843, Chicago established the city cemetery. By 1859, John Rauch, a Chicago physician, wanted the cemetery to close. He believed the corpses were oozing diseases into Lake Michigan and contaminating the air. In 1860, city officials made 60 acres north of the cemetery into a park and named it after President Lincoln. Not long later, more of the cemetery started turning into a park area. In 1869, the Lincoln Park District took control of the whole area. Burial stopped and some families started moving bodies to different cemeteries, but many unmarked graves remained due to the Great Chicago Fire. Everything was removed except for the couch tomb. More than 12,000 bodies were still there. In 1962, when digging the foundation for the zoo's barn, workers found a skeleton and casket with no instructions on what to do. They reburied the casket and poured the foundation on top. In 1998, when digging for the Chicago History Museum's parking lot, workers unearthed 81 skeletons. Just imagine being a construction worker. Just a normal day at work, you start like digging and you find skeletons.
Like you're like, oh god, there's a skeleton, and then you keep digging and it's just like another one and another one and another one.
And they ended up putting a lot of these skeletons into the Chicago Museum, because they don't know who they are and stuff like that, and that place is probably haunted as frick.
Okay, the next urban legend is German Church Road. One night in December of 1956, around 7:30, two sisters, Barbara Jeannie Grimes, age 15, and Patricia Kathleen Grimes, age 13, left home in Brighton Park to see a movie on Archer Avenue. The girls never returned home. A missing persons report was underway. On January 22nd, 1957, Leonard Prescott was driving on German Church Road when he saw what he thought were two mannequins on the side of the road. He went and got his wife and came back and realized it was the bodies of the girls and reported it to Willow Springs police. The bodies were unclothed, with Barbara laying face down and Patricia lying face up on top of Barbara and perpendicular. Their faces had been damaged by animals, and an autopsy showed that they had died within 4 hours of leaving home because the meals they ate at home were still in their stomachs. Their murderer was never found, and it is said that their ghosts still haunt the road trying to get home.
And I wanted to give a little bit more information about that legend. Those two girls were two of 6 or 8 siblings. Their parents got divorced, and they had been divorced for about 11 years when that had happened, so they were living with their mom. They had a sister who had died 2 years previous. When the missing persons report came out, they were the police were certain that the girls just wanted to run away. They didn't believe that they were murdered or anything, and the mom was just kept going and pushing them, saying this is not something they would do. They would not just run away without telling anybody. They would not do that. It's completely out of character. And so the fact that the murder of them, I don't know what I'm saying, that they never found the murderer. There were a list of suspects, but everybody got cleared, and so it was just very traumatizing for the whole family to have to go through, and then to never have the closure of knowing who did that to your daughters. The mom was 83 when she died, and she basically just spent her whole life trying to figure it out, and it's still not, what's the word? I'm having a brain fart.
It's still unsolved?
Yeah.
It's a cold case?
Yeah. And so I can imagine that those girls would be haunting that road, if they died in such a traumatizing way. I do not doubt that. The last urban legend is the Hull House.
A whorehouse? Sorry, I couldn't contain that one.
In 1889, Jane Addams and Ellen Gates Starr founded the Hull House as Chicago's first settlement house. The house was built in 1856 for a wealthy Chicago real estate developer, Charles J. Hull, and he used it as his home. He only lived in the house for 4 years until 1860. During those 4 years, his wife and 2 sons died in the house. Charles still had a daughter, and they decided the house didn't feel like a home anymore. They moved to a different mansion in the city, but Charles still owned the property until the day he died. Addams didn't believe in ghosts, but the bedroom she was originally staying in, she nicknamed it the haunted bedroom. In the middle of the night, she would wake up to see a woman hovering over the bed. She moved out of the room and tried using it as a guest room. The guests started having the same experience with the woman by the bed. The room was closed off and used as storage. There is a belief that the courtyard next to the Hull House is a portal for spirits to come and go. There was once a fountain in the courtyard, but it was removed. Some claim to take pictures of the courtyard, and the fountain is still there.
I'd be pissed if I went to stay at somebody's house and they put me in their haunted guest room.
I feel like she didn't think that it was haunted, and she probably just thought that she was hallucinating, and then when people were having the exact same experience as her, she was probably like, okay, maybe it's not just me. Like,
I would just board over the door, plaster it up.
There was a saying that, people would put buckets of water in front of that door because there was an old saying that ghosts can't pass over water, so they would just put a bucket of water in front of the door, and then they, eventually moved it. What do you rate those urban legends?
They're pretty good. I'll give it a 8.9 out of 10.
Sweet. We love
Sweet.
Sweet. The fact that everybody just knows who that's about now. Well, on that note, you can like and comment and subscribe. Do you have anything to add?
Thanks for watching.
Why?
This channel is brought to you from viewers like you. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you next time for another spooky dooky video. Did my doorbell just ring?
Do you have a doorbell?
Yeah. No one uses it
I
though.
didn't know you had a doorbell.
Yeah.